Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny. Welcome to what's it called? Oh yeah, Project Social Anxiety 2. Now I wanted to start the video talking about panic attacks because it's been a long time since I've had a panic attack, and this morning I had a very mild one. I think I know the reason why as well. It's because I've been really pushing myself lately. I'm really exerting myself. I'm also dealing with stuff in the past, so I'm working with a lot of other people as well, helping them to deal with stuff. Sometimes that can be taxing on the body. I slept quite late last night working, so sometimes when you burn yourself out, it can give you a panic attack the next day. But I remember when I didn't know how to deal with my panic attacks, and they used to bully me and they used to just destroy me. I couldn't go out of the house. And of course this was linked with my social phobia, my social anxiety. So I just want to sort of talk you through some of the things that I used to do. Well, actually the things that I didn't do because it used to scare me, but the things I do now if I get one. I had a mild one this morning. First one is to accept that you've had a panic attack, because I think, like everything negative and where we're out of control, it can sometimes make us feel ashamed, make us feel that we're weak. But you're not weak. I think every single human being at some stage of their life suffers from a panic attack, anxiety. We're living in a very anxious time. We're very anxious human beings. Look at people on the train, how they run about in big cities. Look at people's faces from day to day. Not everyone. I do believe we create our own reality and we see what we want to see, but you know, the reality is a lot of people have fear and anxiety, and that's why I've got a full-time job in this area. And occasionally I fall under that myself. That's what makes me so good at teaching it to others, but I've learned to manage it better. And that's really what my whole teaching is about, and my advice is about getting a hold over it by managing it. That's all you really need to do. You don't need to completely get rid of it, because that'll be like getting rid of yourself. So first thing I do is accept the panic attack. Second thing I do is I try and identify what's caused it. Now sometimes that's not always possible to know, because it could be a number of things, but I believe mine was caused through overstretching myself, sleeping late, and also being overexcited, and I'm achieving what I've set out. So sometimes success can make you have a panic attack. Sometimes the fear of not achieving failure can make you have it. But I believe sufferers who have got social anxiety is heavily linked to that. So sometimes my old stuff can come up for me. Now in the old days, if I had a panic attack, I wouldn't come out of the house. I would be nervous, go to the toilet, I couldn't get out of the bed. And I kind of done this video because I was mentoring a guy the other week on Skype, a young guy, and he said that when he has it, he feels that he can't get out of the bed. It sometimes does feel that you're being spiritually attacked. It feels like there's an entity in your chest here. That's why up here feels tight. So if we start breathing, and what I do as well, I can't do it now because my videos have got ads on YouTube, but I put some music on. I usually put some Moby on. That will sort of calm me down and bring me down. So the anxiety can come up and we can't get our breath, especially if you've got fear of speaking to people. The panic attack can make you have irrational thoughts, make you think that if you go outside you're going to be harmed. That's how I used to feel. I just thought if I go outside something bad's going to happen to me. I'm going to get into a fight, or I'm going to be judged, or I didn't feel safe. So obviously I'm going to go out. I'm a warrior. I'm showing you guys or girls, if you have it, it's energy that needs to be moved out of your body, and it needs to be broken down and put into a positive light. If you stay in your house, you stay there, it's going to keep torturing you, and your mind's going to go off on one. You're going to create loads of stories. You're going to start beating yourself up. You're going to go down this whole spiral. It's going to get worse. So accept you got it. Try and identify the reason. You can even say it out loud in the room. You can even say, whilst you're in the room, yes, I'm now experiencing a panic attack. My body is under threat. I'm nervous and I'm anxious. You call it out. That's the whole basis of my teaching. Why do we think I call it out? Because when we don't call it out, it blackmails us in our head. It makes us feel ashamed. It beats us down. It makes us feel that we can't say out loud how we feel. I'm actually teaching you to get in touch with your emotions and to speak it out. And it's good to do it by yourself now in a room. You wouldn't have a camera like me, well, you can if you want, because you are actually building a relationship with yourself. because that's another thing what social phobia does. It makes us feel that you're not good enough, makes you question your own voice. It used to make me question the sound of my voice and the words that I was using. Were they good enough? Because of criticism when I was younger. So I'm talking you through it now. Next step is get the fuck out of the house. Gotta get out of the house. So what I did was, I told you this guys in my last video, I haven't got too much in my room, but I tidied my room up, cleaned it up, because clean room, put pillows over there, clean room can make you feel better. I've had a shower, put some fresh clothes on, I feel good. So despite feeling a little bit burnt out, because it weren't too strong this morning, it's quite a mild one, it's been a long time. I do feel a little bit drained, but I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get myself a peppermint tea or a coffee, and I'm gonna do a project today. I'm gonna use all of that horrible attack, that negative energy, I'm going to turn it into something positive. I'm going to write an article. I'm going to write an article that's most likely going to inspire you guys, and it's definitely going to inspire you guys. Why would I even doubt myself? And it's going to inspire me. So I'm using that negative attack, I'm turning it into a positive. And that now, my day is not going to feel wasted. Where in the past, I feel like my whole day's been wasted. It's like my soul has been snatched from me. And it make me start feeling I'm not good enough and there's something wrong with me. And it's not. This is how we manage fear. And Alexander the Great said, if a man can control his fear, he can control the world. If it's good enough for Alexander the Great, it's definitely good enough for me. So don't be ashamed to have panic attacks. Everyone has them. But again, we live in a society where we're not allowed to admit that we have weakness, especially in British culture. We must keep things bottled up. But that's bollocks. I don't believe in that. I'm here to change it. I want to change things on my platform. We need to start talking about our fears, and we can start achieving more and stop pretending that we're all indifferent and I'm better than you and I don't have fear and you do, and the whole snobbery around being afraid. When the reality is we're all fucking scared, everyone has fear, and people manage it in different ways. And it's seasons, isn't it? Sometimes you feel great, sometimes you don't. So I guess this may be something that I might have to do for the rest of my life, but can you see how comfortable I am? You wouldn't you wouldn't know that I've had it. But if you used to see me years ago, well, you wouldn't have seen me years ago because I wouldn't be doing a video. I was too ashamed to show all this stuff, but now I'm really proud of it. Learning how to manage panic attacks has transformed my life. Why is that? It's taught me how to love myself. It's taught me how to manage fear when it gets on top. Public speaking, teaching people, meeting people, going on first dates. See? Body follows the mind. So I'll leave you with that. Leave the house. If you're really struggling to speak to people, you don't have to speak to people, you go for a walk, but you want to go where there's people around, go for the park. And I'll see you on the other side in the next video. We're going to continue how to overcome panic attacks. Alright, enjoy the process. Bye. So as I said, guys, the best thing to do, because I know this from experience when you've got a panic attack, is you must get out of the house, especially when it's linked to social anxiety, because it tries to trick you. The voices in the head and the fear tries to trick you into that you can't come out of the house, almost like because you're going to be caught out. People are going to know that you had a panic attack and everyone's going to stare at you, but it isn't true, it's all irrational. So I'm going out and I'm going for a walk. I'm going to do a light meditation in the park. I'm going to talk you guys through some of the ways I continue to overcome it, because I know years ago when I had it, it could sometimes continue the whole day. I'd feel anxious the whole day, because I didn't understand how to deal with it. I was trying to fight it off. Sometimes the more you try and fight it, the more it will persist. But if you become a master at managing fear and translating fear into positive energy, just going to cross the road, it will get so much easier. So I already feel better now, because I've accepted it in my house, done the breathing, just trying to get across the road here. I don't want to get killed. Not yet, I've got dreams. So if you do the breathing, if you accept it at home, and you get out of the house and go for a walk, and you are going to, like, mine's gone now, my anxiety's gone, but you might still feel fear when you're out of the house. But you've got to get used to practicing in the feelings and disproving that you're at threat, or someone's going to start on you or judge you, because they're not. It's you judging yourself, and it's your own, well, you're attacking yourself actually. But I said sometimes it feels like a spiritual attack. Oh, how much better do I feel now? Or even my breathing's better now. Breathing's getting clearer, my tonality's getting better, my voice. Right, fellas, I'm going to show you a meditation. Right, I'm in the park. Now, you should do this anyway. You don't have to do this only when you have a panic attack. But I'm going to do some self-love, self-esteem exercises. I've done some of this before. I did it in the first project, Social Anxiety. Now, just out of respect over people, I try and find a quiet place in the park, because I know we say you shouldn't care what people think, but you should also respect other people as well. So I try and be a bit considerate with others when I'm going to do these exercises, because some people can think you're a madman. I'm mad anyway. I think we figured that out, right? Okay. Oh, it's so much better. The difference now in energy, the difference between being in your room in your flat and feeling all that terror and anxiety, to the difference being out in the park and having this fresh air. That's what we need. We need fresh air. Right, here it goes. Affirmation time. I want you guys to be doing this, alright? If you're watching the videos, you have to put it into practice. Ready? I am normal, because everyone feels fear and everyone has panic attacks once in a while. So there's nothing wrong with me. I'm a very beautiful man. Wouldn't even doubt that. I'm very successful. Successful spiritually with my health. I'm successful with wealth. And I'm going places. I'm not talking about Asda or Sainsbury's. I'm definitely going places. I'm ambitious. And I've got a right to be ambitious. And I will achieve the things that I've set out to achieve, there's no doubt about it. There'll definitely be some fears there, but everyone's afraid. Alexander the Great was afraid. But I won't let fear keep me small and keep me trapped and keep me frightened. And I don't mean this in a judgmental way, but the majority of people are too scared to go and chase their dreams, because if they feel a bit of fear and get a bit uncomfortable. I like getting uncomfortable. I enjoy it. I've been doing this for years. That's where my comfort zone is. I'm never more comfortable when I'm uncomfortable. Especially if you've had social anxiety, you know all about that. You see that? You see the difference? I changed my state. Turn a morning that was horrific and felt terrifying into something beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Sorry I'm swearing, I'm passionate. I'm half Irish. I'm in a park, I've got my health. I know who I am finally. And I'm gonna do some creative stuff today. I'm gonna do some work. It's not, what am I talking about? It's not work. I enjoy it. It's what I love to do. Can you see that? I taught myself into loving myself. Because something as small as a panic attack can make us feel not good enough. Because we think I shouldn't be anxious. But I've told you guys before, there's a lot of people in our society wearing masks. People don't want to take their mask off and they're going running around actors. Now I'm an actor. I'm acting as Johnny Berba, but this is my authentic act. This is the act I've chosen. I've taken off a mask, and it makes you feel better. But I think when you first start taking off your mask, it can bring up a lot of fear, because there's parts of our ego, there's parts of our conditioning, social conditioning, cultural conditioning, that makes us think that we're not safe and we must hide ourselves. From what? Hide ourselves from what? From this? This is beautiful. Life's too short. What am I going to start hiding for? I've been doing that for years. I'm sure you guys have been doing it at the moment. That's where the fears come in. That's why I said we have to be ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to get ourselves to a place where we trust ourselves. And then we attract beautiful women, or a beautiful woman rather. Then we do the things we want to do. What's the point if it's not honest? What's the point of being alive and living a lie? That's what I was doing for many years, and that's what I see so many people doing. That's what I'm helping you guys to do, to crack your own code, crack your own Da Vinci code, and be yourself. And the way I see it is, you're going to be afraid either way. If you're not being yourself and you're playing games wearing a mask, you're going to be in fear all the time. You're going to be worried about what people think about you, and will you get caught out. If you take your mask off, you'll be afraid, but you'll be excited. You'll be more inspired, and you'll enjoy your life more. That's how you overcome a panic attack. It's pretty powerful, wasn't it? I did it with fucking raw honesty. No bullshit. You can't use lines and routines for a panic attack. So it's a metaphor how to overcome fear. When we face fear, overcome it, face shame, guilt, all the rest of it, we are liberated. We are liberated to something much bigger, which is love, which is self-love. And it's not soppy at all for men that think it's not manly and all the rest of it. It couldn't be any more manlier. As a matter of fact, it's feminine. Apparently, I could be wrong here, quote me. The true nature of love is from the feminine energy, female, mother nature. I could be wrong there, but I heard that somewhere, and that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Because most men need a hug, including me. Right, okay? So now it's time to do something positive. I'll see you on the other side. Enjoy the process. Hey fellas, I just wanted to help you to deal with negative thoughts. Now, we all have negative thoughts. Eckhart Tolle talks about this. He really talks about the mind body, about the ego and the divided thoughts, and how to observe thoughts and choose the thoughts that we want to, choose the thoughts that we want to think. But sometimes it is difficult. It's not as easy as that when you've got 10 thoughts at once that are all telling you to hate yourself and that life is so bad. So how do I manage negative thoughts? Well, sometimes I believe in just allowing it, just going through it. Like I've said, enjoy the process. Sometimes enjoying the process is also accepting that it's difficult as well, it's tough. So today, I do feel a little bit negative, and that's healthy, that's human, because I'm always mostly feeling good, and because obviously I had a bit of a panic attack this morning just from overworking, overstretching. I'm not going to start beating myself up, because I actually think it's healthy once in a while to have negative thoughts. This is something I don't really hear enough spiritual teachers talking about. I just hear them pretending that you've always got to be positive, but I don't think that's realistic, and I think we need to love all parts of ourselves, even the parts that are negative, because you just can't bullshit me. I've been in this game for a long time, I've been around a lot of people, I watch a lot of teachers. I think it's fantastic to be positive, but I also think that sometimes it's not healthy to deceive our emotions, and we need that bit of breathing space to allow ourselves. So by me allowing myself to have negative thoughts and to feel negative, that in itself is a positive. There is an allowing there. It's like saying to a child, don't express yourself, and stop crying and stop doing this. It makes the person, grow up emotionally detached and afraid and can't express themselves. So I think this is very useful for men and women to be aware of it. I think what's bad is when we become negative and we ruin other people's lives because we're not aware of our own emotions. We're just feeling angry, but I'm observing it now. I've developed my observer, so I know right now that I'm not in a great state. I know that I'm a bit negative. I can hear it in my tonality, I can see it in my facial expressions, but I feel good because I've accepted that, and I've got the skill and I've got the self-awareness to be able to observe myself, but not to judge myself and start to hate myself. That ain't gonna do any good. I've got to give myself more love. And this is actually what builds a better relationship with yourself. It will actually help you to build a relationship with other people, because if you're around someone who is always negative, I guess you'll get better at accepting it, or you'll move away. I don't really make sense what I just said there, but I think you know what I mean. Basically, you'll just get better at dealing with negativity. And as I said, it's not very often I have this anymore. When you think about it, years ago I was having it every single day, self-hate, negativity, panic attacks. So I accept this is part of the parcel, this is what God hands me down, and I say great, one negative day for 6 other amazing days, and it's part of the human condition. And I'm sure if he's honest, I'm sure Eckhart Tolle gets days like this, but I love Eckhart Tolle, I like what he's doing, but I just feel that the spiritual teachers sometimes are not honest. They don't tell the full extent of the truth, they just show the good bits. I show everything, enjoy the process. Don't worry, I won't get naked and take my willy out, but I like to show people the good and the bad, because then when you put them together there isn't anything separate. So very similar when men go out and they get turned down by women, or they watch a coach online who just shows his successes, and they think, oh, he's always successful, he's always happy, he's always congruent, and it's not true. It's not true. Part of being congruent is sometimes being completely not congruent, but again, having the awareness to spot that and to get better at being more congruent the next time. So I'm not looking to teach people perfectionism, I'm looking to help people to accept themselves, and within that acceptance you grow and you do amazing things. So I never said it's bad to be positive, it's excellent, but it's no point faking being positive when you're negative. But it's also very bad, and it's very lazy and unconsiderate. I don't even know if I'm saying the right words today, they're not coming out right. It's very unrealistic to pretend that you're never negative, but I'm showing you how to deal with it and how to make the day better. So as I said, the panic attack, I've come out of the house, I've breathed, I've taught myself into some self-love exercise. I've also accepted that there's a lot of negative thoughts in me today, but I'm going to go now to my place that I love to go to, a hotel. I'll take you guys with me. Hope we don't get in trouble, and I'm going to have a peppermint tea, sit down, do some writing, and make a negative day a fucking awesome day, and make negative thoughts positive ones. I'm going to write about it, write about how I feel and inspire other people. Enjoy the process, and I'll see you in a bit. Welcome to Project Social Anxiety. I wanted to share something with you, right guys, about honesty. I get lots of questions from men and women about honesty. Honesty in the dating life, honesty in the social life, relationships with friends. Now, I'll tell you why most people struggle with honesty, myself included at times. We all do, if we're being honest, because it can be uncomfortable. It can feel like we're being exposed. It can invoke feelings of embarrassment, shame. Just that spotlight of feeling, just feeling naked that you can't hide. Because let's be honest, most of us human beings, we spend a lot of our lives hiding from who? Hiding from ourselves. Alan Watts makes many great jokes about this. I can't think of the top of my head. So it's interesting because as I was on the way to doing this video, I was not planning to continue. There was two Indian men walking through the park. They just looked positive. They were smiling, coming towards me, and we both just made eye contact. So I initiated the conversation. I just said, how are you guys doing? You look like you're doing something positive. And they said, yeah, we're doing a project. And I said, I'm doing a project. And they were doing a project for the university and going around London looking at different attractions. And one guy was really friendly with me, and the other guy, I could see that he wasn't quite sure of me. He wasn't sure if I was genuine. So it was great because it was also teaching me that's how I used to feel. But when after I continued speaking to them, I could feel that he relaxed, his guard went down. Maybe that's a sign that my guard's going down more as well. So I had a good conversation with them. We just had a nice time. We just talked about positive change and just had a little bit of a laugh about women. I walked off, said goodbye. So it made me really understand on a deeper level why people get approached in social anxiety, because it can feel uncomfortable, especially if for years you've struggled with being yourself and speaking to people. That immediate honesty feels like an attack on your body. I've said to people, if you deliberately suffer that feeling of being exposed, those feelings will eventually go away. That's where growth comes in. That's why growth is uncomfortable. When you're a kid and your tooth is growing through, it's painful, but once it fully comes through, relief, the pain goes away. That is exactly the practice of honesty, and that's how I got better with women, especially towards the latter part of my career, doing the pickup stuff and all of it, when I just couldn't take being dishonest no more. And I just kept working it, and I'm continually doing that. And that's sometimes how it feels when I go and do a public talk. There's an initial few minutes at the start of resistance that doesn't want me to expose myself, even though I know that's where the truth is, that's what's going to help people, that's what I'm going to enjoy. But once I go through that painful feeling of being exposed, I get this massive feeling of love and freedom, and then I can do the talk amazingly. So I hope that's going to help. I know that's going to help you, and that's really the secret to initiation and talking to people, women as well. All right. Hey fellas, I'm in church, Trafalgar Square. I love this place. Very nostalgic for me. This is really where it started for me, going out on the streets of London and overcoming my anxiety socially and meeting women and so forth. I wanted to leave you with a very beautiful message as an end of this documentary or continuation of Project Social Anxiety. Have to admit it, I've taken the first step. I've struggled all my life with social anxiety. That's why I'm a good teacher. But my struggles got better and better every year, and it's enabled me to socialise and connect with people on a level that I've never been able to if I hadn't have had this condition, or whatever you want to call it, blessing. So tell everyone about it. I said to a friend I've been coaching over Skype, stop hiding. When we hide, we don't hide from other people, we hide from ourselves. We hide from our authentic self. We cover up what's beautiful, and we start replacing it with what's horrible, which is dishonesty. Only honesty can set us free from the truth. The truth is that we are enough. We're just as equal as everyone else. And the truth is everyone's afraid. Very few will admit it. I am afraid, and I do still struggle with social anxiety. But that's what makes me connect with people on a very deep level. No bullshit, no pretense. And that's what gives me my extreme self-confidence and self-love. I know that's a contradiction, but that's the truth. So the truth is the truth. So what's true for you? Maybe you're living your life at the moment and you're not being the person that you're presenting, and it's killing you on the inside. You're being different around your friends, you're being different around your family, you're different when you go and speak to women, you're all these personalities. Let's start getting rid of these personalities and take the mask off, and let's reveal what's true. Because social anxiety is a projection of how you feel. So you think people don't like you and all the rest of it, it's because how you're feeling about yourself. So the way I keep liking myself is I keep telling the truth. I keep being honest. Hello mate. I keep being honest. It just keeps purifying me, making me more authentic and making me more relatable for other people. And then eventually you don't have to go around telling everyone about it, it just makes you more honest. And you'll probably start noticing, well, you are a teacher anyway, you'll start taking responsibility, because when you're so honest, you will notice dishonesty in other people. But I said to a student, it doesn't give you the right to start making people feel bad. Your job is to bring people up, make them feel good. So when I started to get confident, I went through a phase of that as a bit of a retaliation, if I'm being honest, from all the bullying. Especially when I was in the pickup community, and I've seen it in a lot of I've seen it in the community with guys bullying each other, because they didn't feel good about themselves. So when they got to a level of confidence, they start to put people down. We mustn't do that. As soon as we do that, as it says in Zen, as soon as you think you understand Zen, you don't understand it. As soon as you understand it, you don't understand it, you've got it. So don't treat people like shit to make yourself feel better, because that never lasts, it never makes you feel good, and that's bullying, and we don't like bullying. And I have to keep an eye on myself for doing this as well. And this is why I continue to strive to be a great student and a better teacher. But this is what I've learned thus far. It's enabled me to connect with people. It's enabled me to have choice of many beautiful women on this street now. It's humbled me, it's terrified me, it's humbled me, it's made me beautiful, and I'm still afraid. I'm still afraid of people. That's why I teach, that's why I continue to inspire other people. But I'm not afraid to be afraid of people. And I'm not afraid of being honest, because I know who I am and I want to teach people the same, men and women. I love you guys for the support. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the process. Remember, the suffering is temporary and the rewards are lasting forever. I'm going to go and speak to that beautiful girl. I'll see you soon. Enjoy the process.